In the introductory part of this video, we show how you can actually use flows to do some investigation, and we even show how to create a very simple rule. But there's no need, in most cases, for you to create a rule, not even to modify an existing one, because they have been created for you. So, as you know, the offense to fire needs rules. And where can you get those rules? Well, the first place for getting those rules is what is called the App Exchange. In the same website where we went with the X-Force to investigate the QRadar, that IP that we were looking for, we then that happened being a scanning IP from Russia in that case, we can go here and go into the App Exchange. And here are the addendums, the packages that you can add to your QRadar. There's no need, I mean, your QRadar, why would you want to have rules and material and dashboards and searches and on CrowdStrike if you don't have CrowdStrike? I'm using that as an example because it shows up here. So the idea is that QRadar comes with a set of very good basic rules, but then as you bring more components, and notice that there are 303 already in here, you bring more rules in it. So that will be the first way for you to actually get some rules. So let's say that we want to look here for, let's say, phishing, right? Well, we see the folks from Cofense, they used to be called phishme.net, and there's this IBM one. We're going to look at those in more detail, but that's an example. If you were looking for ransomware, and perform a search there, now we have what? 8 packages, 8 addendums that you can bring. This is actually an interesting one that we will see these two in detail. And there are other things. If you have any one of these products, you may want to actually look at those and get some of those rules. And by the way, you can actually click in here and get the details. This one brings 88 rules into the picture. But having so very many apps and addendums, it might not be easy to look that way. And you don't have to, because in QRadar you have a component called, it's a free app called Use Case Manager, and I have dedicated videos to this app. Is really extraordinary. Now this allows you to search. In my demo system I have 1,000 and more rules, and you can actually search by name, by the category, by which groups they are, and notice all the groups that exist. You can search in multiple ways, even by notes that were written by whoever write or modify the rule. You can look for the test conditions. You remember that we created some test conditions on if the port is this and that. Well, you can actually search for any one of those. What type of log source actually feeds, domain in case that you have multiple domains in your network. For MITRE attack and technique tactic, in case that you want to follow that wonderful methodology of MITRE to increase your security. But there's this one in here, which is content extension. That's another name for apps. So you can actually look, and this is a button to say, well, show me the stuff I don't have installed. More on that later. But you can actually go here and see the names of the content extensions that are out there. So if we look at this one and apply that filter, we can see that this one has a whole bunch of rules on ransomware and some specific, and you can actually click on any one of those and understand the logic. You can see that this is obviously is a Windows type of logs, and you can always see that whenever you're inspecting a rule, is do I have the log sources? If I'm getting Microsoft security event logs, then this rule is good. If I don't, then this rule won't do me any good by adding it into the system. If we look at this one, you can put more than one condition at a time. This one in here has 22 fantastic rules that, for example, let's take a look at this one. Well, whenever I receive an email which has attachments, this rule is actually going to fire, because this is a candidate for phishing. Of course, as I mentioned in the first part of the video, you need to have in your building block mail the IP address of your one or several mail servers that you have. So this test condition will begin to apply, and then the other ones will follow along. Another way of looking for rules that will help you in phishing and ransomware could also be to go into the MITRE attack, and particularly the tactic that is, prevalent when, especially at the final part of the ransomware, which is data exfiltration. So if I select here, I'm going to ask in Curator, show me all the rules that you have installed that has a mapping with that type of tactic, and there are 88 of those. You can actually, go here and see those. For example, this one, FTP server. Again, it's the value of flows. You see that many of these things trigger on flows, and as we said before, how does it know that? Well, because it knows what is the port used being flowed. Lots of value from flows in Curator helping you here with ransomware and phishing. Now, let's say that these are the ones that I have installed, 88 in my system, but I want to see what else is on the App Exchange. Do I need to go there and search individually? No. All I need to do is click on this nice option here, say show me all the ones that are not installed, and then those 88s, if there is anyone more in the App Exchange, probably are, becomes 105. And in fact, if I click on this button alone, you show me the ones I don't have. And I can click in here, and there were 17 of those type of logs. And again, notice that there are logs, there are logs and flows. So lots of value here, a lot of things that Curator can do for you out of the box. And here's the name of you can actually see in which group is actually that one place. And one more thing, if you want to know what's the name of the package that you want to actually install, if you want to install it manually, because in fact you can even add it in here if you have the assistant app installed as well. But let's say that you want to go there, but I want to know the name of it. All you need to do is modify in this report and put on the columns, include the name of the content extension. When you apply that, you get that name there, and with this name you can actually go into that specific package and get those additional rules. And right there, before you install the rule, if it's flows and you are collecting flows, you don't need to do anything in here. But if it's something that depends on logs, well, what log sources do I need for this to be valuable to me? Well, you go here and you expand this log source type, and if you have any one of these 29 log sources, this rule is good for you. So that's it for this video. In the next one, we are going to be talking about threat intelligence, how you beef up your threat intel to get your Curator ready to detect phishing and ransomware.